What I don't understand is, why do I need the whole audience? Like, why do you have to stare at me? I mean, I like you and everything, but the just staring, it gets to me. Do your guys' dogs just stare at you? Just, no matter like what you do, it's like, what the fuck is this? Good morning. This dog is staring at me. It's so weird. I just don't understand, like, why this dog's only thing in life is to stare at me. Whatever. Whatever. There we go. And so I feel bad because so many people keep asking me over and over if I will, what do you call it? Go on podcasts. But I don't want to do it. Good morning, Tammy. I don't want to go on podcasts. For me, because I saw it, oh great, Locals is already being a piece of shit. Just right off the bat, just freezes, total piece of shit. I am getting really fed up with their poor quality videos. So I just redid Locals, guys. If it keeps doing it, I'm sorry. I can't do this. It is fucking 6 a.m. I'm not going to fight technology that is out of my control. So, Linda, holy shit. Happy Monday to me indeed. That is a lot of stars. So, Facebook is acting wonky. And currently, it shows no one's watching, which is kind of weird. It's been wonky lately, hasn't it? I feel like it has. So, Facebook is looking to shut down any political speech, any dissenting voices from worshiping Joe Biden. Like, that's where we're at. So I have to watch myself on here because I do run a business, right? I run a business. I'm done with Locals. I'm sorry. We're done. We're done, Locals. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not playing this game where for the next 2 hours I have to keep refreshing my fucking page for Locals. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. It just keeps freezing. Sometimes Rumble really sucks. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have caught on or not. This ain't the place for free speech. It just isn't. Unless you're a communist, you ain't good. So anywhere where big tech has shown that they have a hatred for you or your free thinking is probably not where you're going to be able to safely discuss anything. Unless you're a Democrat. And I think we all know that. Like, unless you are a Democrat, you are not free to speak on these things. As much as I think that Twitter is a cesspool of filth, that seems to be the place where people can share ideas. And boy, I see why the government's going after them, because it breaks narratives every 3 seconds. Like, it's really hard to keep bullshitting people, right? When it keeps getting debunked in real time with, like, readers' contacts right there. Like, what are you going to do? So, I'm going to bring this phone closer to me now that I don't have to deal with Locals. I don't feel so bad. My skin is peeling everywhere. God, I look terrible. I look horrible. I was up late last night because our power kept going on and off. And just the clicking. If this is freezing too, guys, I'm going to tap out like, peace. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I'm gone. Because, like, I have zero tolerance right now for everyone telling me about technical difficulties that I have no power over either. Like, I can't do anything. You know what I mean? Can't do anything. So then the whole stream becomes everyone, do you know you have technical difficulties? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it truly will be that. I'm probably appearing on your feed because I just don't get political anymore. As I said, if you're a Democrat, you have free speech on Facebook. Free speech. Democrats. They say and do whatever they want. If you're independent, conservative, or libertarian, you will be silenced. So, maybe it's their internet. Okay, well, if it starts effing up, I'm out of here. I'm on my period, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? I just don't have time for it. I'm like, I am not gonna fight the overlords of technology. Holy crap, Angie, thank you. It just blacked on my screen, too. I just opened it on my screen to see if it will show me what you guys are going through. So, it's doing it. I see it. This is a Facebook problem. I saw it do it. It's not their internet. Yep, I'm watching this shit. It's terrible. So both Rumble, Locals, and Facebook are absolute shit. Look at that. That is garbage. Like, how much money do you have and your platform can't work? And this is not the first day. The last time I was on here, it was fucking awful. Mine is. I'm watching it in real time on my computy. Angie, thank you for the stars. Hey, as long as it's still going good for some of you, but I want the rest of you that are watching it fuck up. It's happening on my computer. So I see what you guys are talking about. So there's that. There's that. Anyway, my skin's peeling so bad, I can't even put makeup on it. That's from our retinol products. It is just, it's everywhere. Well, it doesn't matter if it's fine for you guys. Half of you are seeing what I'm seeing, which is trash and garbage. But, I mean, I can show it to you. It looks like shit. So people aren't lying. It looks fucking terrible. So half of you are like, it looks amazing, and the other half of you are seeing this fucking garbage water fest that I see on my screen. Whatever. Let's just do something to make me look remotely human today, because I am hardly feeling it. Hardly feeling it. Oh, Lord. Hi, kitten. I do love my kitties. I feel so bad for them. They just went out of their cone so bad, but today's the 7th day, and it says it's best to wait till the 10th, so I don't want to take them out of there, but they're just like, Mom, we are over this. I don't really care about viewers. That means nothing to me. There could be 40 people in here that buy Avon from me, and I'm fine. Like, my days of hanging my relevancy on, like, views and I'm fucking over that. It's toxic, it's evil, and I don't care. Again, a lot of people are reaching out to me. They want me to go on their shows and podcasts. Some of them are really huge shows, and I don't have it in me. I don't want to be like, me, I'm a narcissist, look at me, build the viewers, likes, like that. And more power to them. I actually enjoy watching them, but I just don't want to put my foot in that game. I'm fucking tired, man. I am exhausted. Like, I just don't want to do it. Like, I love Nerdrotic. I love Nerdrotic. I subscribe to his shit, I watch all his shit, and he asked me to come on his show. I had to tell X-Ray Girl, I was like, look, dude, like, I'm weird. I don't want to do it. And it's not you, it's me. Like, I don't want to go on there and fight with 6 people to have a conversation. Like, I won't say a word. Because there's no fire in me. Like, oh, I better get my words in so people notice I exist. It's just not there. No, I would not go on Roseanne bars. None. None. 0 means none. Not even 1. 0 means none. None. It means 0. It means 0. Not even Joe Rogan. Oh, fame and celebrity. I don't fucking care. I don't want to do it. I don't fucking want to do it. Never meet your idols. I love that bitch. I never want to meet her. Sorry, Rosie. I'm good. Never meet your idols. You'll always be disappointed. You'll always be disappointed, trust me. But I don't want to go on it. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. Like, I fucking retired. That's big celebrity fame, celebrity. Oh my God, Roseanne's a celebrity. She's a real celebrity. I'm like, fuck off. I hate this world we live in. It's like fucking leeches. They just want to leech and glom off of someone like Roseanne because she's a fucking megastar. And I'm like, I don't want it. Like, the feelings it puts in my body is not worth it. Like, I'm so disgusted with the entire culture of everyone filming everything and doing everything, trying to get more and more attention. And I know it's counterproductive to be making money, but I'm like, is money happiness? Is that what it is? It's options, yes. Sometimes not always the best options. But is it happiness? Because just fucking thinking about it is making me unhappy. Like, I hit a point in Hollywood where I couldn't breathe anymore. The people you get surrounded with, like my guess, besides her family and closest friends, is all these new people because she has a resurgence. Roseanne Barr probably has a bunch of fucking space trash. She's like a huge planet, right? And there's an orbit around her of space trash. Just people like celebrity fame, me. I can fucking glom off you, get your energy, fame for me. Like, that is how people behave. I am not that person. I'm just not. So I silently watch Nerdrotic and support him. Love him. He's great. I don't need to go on his show. I don't need it. I don't want it. Like, something's broken in me, guys. Like, it broke hard. I think the last show I did was Adam Carolla's, and only because I know him. That's it. It was years ago. I did Tim Pool's twice for the funsies. And when I went on there, I didn't even plug anything. You know how everyone's like, oh, find me on my super celebrity website and then follow my Twitter and likes and follow. I didn't even say anything. I promoted nothing. And then when I went on Adam Carolla, someone's like, this chick didn't even promote anything. She was just like, hey, my dude, I'm exhausted. I'm just broken from it. That industry broke me. Like, and I've been really looking into the philosophy of Stoicism, and I just don't see how that improves my life and character to go out there to just talk to get attention, because that's what it is. And I'm not bashing other people that do it. Like, I just want to sell some Avon, you know? I just want to make a living and be happy. I don't want to be a voice. I don't want to be some special, like, it's not in me anymore, guys. It's not there. I just want to be normal. And I know I can never be completely normal, but, like, I'm just staying in my little fucking bubble. This tiny little fucking bubble. And everyone's like, oh, go on Joe Rogan. I'm like, no. And then when someone heard that, you know, like, that I could go on Joe Rogan, then my DMs start filling with other people that want to go. And I'm like, same tune. Good morning. I'm going to do a mix of the calendula, I don't know how to fucking say this, and the rice ceramide. I actually really love these, and they're some of the cheapest skincare we have, and it's just great on my skin, but I really want to heal my face. Not everyone loves me. Not everyone loves anyone. Like, I have a whole hate group that commits itself to stalking me in real life and, like, trying to hurt me in my real life. Like, imagine I go to church and everyone at church has printed pictures of me naked under their seat. Like, we're talking this level of stuff. Like, infiltrating my life, trying to destroy me. So no, not everyone likes me. And a few of them have, like, made it their life effort and thing to destroy everything I do. Like now I don't even try to be active in my community anymore. I do nothing. I lock myself away. The world cannot be trusted. And it's funny because when people are like, oh, you can't think that way. There's magical people and they love you. And then I show them some of the police reports and shit. And they're like, oh my God, how do you live with this? I could never. I'm like, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's that bad. And I'm retired, and I'm not trying to get attention, and it's that fucking bad. Just because I try to make a living selling Avon, I must be punished every single day of my life. So, people do not love me. Now, imagine if I go on all these shows seeking validation and celebrity and likes and more follows. Sure, my sales might go up, but will my quality of life go up? I don't think so. I think it would get worse. Like, things have been happening that, like, I, in my worst nightmares, wouldn't have imagined anyone would do anything like that to anybody, ever. Ever. I mean, sure, like, a couple practical jokes happen, but, like, it's gotten to the point where I'd had to go to the police station, and I'm like, look, if I die, here's some names, here's places where you can see that they're actively attacking me all the time. This is where they live. This is their address. This is their work. And I am positive if I die, it's because of them. So, I don't know, man. I just want some peace. And I feel in my little bubble here, I can have it. Does that make sense? Just this little bubble here. I can have peace. And I can sell Rice Ceramide Moisturizing Toner, Korean Beauty. Put it on my face. Because I need this. Because your girl burnt all her skin. Put retinol on it because I'm getting fucking old. I'm getting fucking old. So, I don't know, man. Like, I think I like content creators and all this shit. But I just feel bad because, like, you know, if you looked at my DMs, you'd be like, holy shit. I'd be the busiest girl you've ever seen. I'd be on every show all the time. And I'm flattered. And I tell people, I'm really flattered you thought of me. But I'm, like, not interested and not because you're not cool. I actually really like you. That's why I watch your shit. Last time I went on Tim Pool, was it 1 or 2 years ago? I looked at everyone and they're like, man, don't be a stranger and all this shit. I'm like, you are probably never going to see me again. And then everyone just starts laughing. I'm like, I'm sorry. You're probably only going to ever see me in chat because I'm probably never coming here again. And it's not you. It's me. You know? Then I had a couple people reach out to me and they're like, dude, like you're a real one. Meaning like I never bother them for things. I'm never trying to find a way to like get in there and promote my shit. They're like, you are the most unlike everybody else in this business. I'm like, because I'm not in the business anymore. The ladder rung climbing is done. Now we're going to do moisturizing emulsion. Let's emulsify my face. So either no one's talking again or this is just Facebook doing what Facebook does where, you know, there's just this Ed Hardy shirt you don't have. And I know you don't have it because this is a special Ed Hardy shirt from a poker tournament that I was a celebrity guest at many years ago. It was designed, I used to model for Ed Hardy by my old manager, and there it is. Like, there is no way you were there. Not being a dick. You might have something similar, but you certainly do not have the celebrity poker Las Vegas, I think. Ed Hardy shirt that I ain't ashamed. I used to model for them. And people are like, oh, Ed Hardy. I'm like, I got paid. I don't fucking care. It's a comfortable, huge t-shirt. Like, it's huge. And it's so old. Like, what is this? 18 years old? It's got to be. I love my mountain. The world is super off. And I am not so narcissistic to think I could be the one to change it. I want to work on my own virtues. Does that make sense? I want to give more, be kinder, I'm working on my empathy and compassion, especially for the people wronging me. That's the hardest thing. I would be lying if I told you that the first little inkling of a thought in my brain as I start to uncover through, hire a couple of PIs, you get things done, and I start to uncover who a couple of these people are who have committed their lives to destroying my own, and I'm just like, fuck, I could fuck with them so hard. But what does that make me? Just as bad. It truly may. I'm not a Jew. I don't believe an eye for an eye. I'm not Old Testament. Like, you can't be like, hey, I aspire to be a better person and then go out of your way to be an absolute dick. It is really easy to be nice to people who are nice to you. It is really hard to, what they say, turn the other cheek to people who do not do the same with you. That has been the things I want to do with my life, is improve my virtues. Because by improving my virtues, I'm finding that the people my circle of people are stellar. Didn't used to be. Like, these people are so rock solid. If someone ran in with a machete, half of them would jump up, like, to defend me. So, well, Ed Hardy was warned by a bunch of douchebags, myself included. Well, good morning, Charlotte. Hello. How are you? I'm good. I'm going to use this Calendula Moisture Serum Face Shop. I'm going to use this on my face because everything's peeling off because I fried it with my retinol serum, and I'm going to continue to do it. The second it heals, the second that there's not peeling skin on my face, I will start frying again. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, everybody. I sell Avon, by the way. That's what I do. It's what brings me joy and happiness when bitches send me pictures of befores and afters of their face, or just say, dude, how crazy, I grew up watching you on TV and now you sell me skincare. And I'm like, it's so great. What a weird full circle we've done. That's right, Shay. My quality of friends is so superb right now. I cannot question and do not question if they would die for me. And that is such a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sales or codes? Well, all of our mega sales are pretty much gone the way of the dodo. Meaning we had Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but we are having a flash sale right now, up to 70% off. So if you guys are interested in our flash sale, hold on. I have to listen to my own voice. Turn it down. Here we go. This is the link to our flash sale going on right now. And I do believe that if you order by 12/13, so you have a couple days to get it before Christmas. Just a couple days. 32, I've had migraines coming in since I was 22 years old. I remember crying when I first saw it. Crying. It was terrible. I was like so destroyed by stupid gray hair. I spent so many years trying to cover it. Like, I just don't care anymore. Yeah, you go lay down. So this is the Calendula Moisture Cream that I'm now using on my face. And this stuff, guys, it's super cheap. This Korean beauty, and it's really good. So I love cheap shit. It's the best. Like, where I live, I don't get dressed up ever. I don't. And it's funny because my mother-in-law is like, oh, he needs to take you out and, like, go to the city and do this and that. And it's like, I used to want to do that, but it's like, how do I put this? It's just not me anymore. Some, hiking khakis, hiking boots, and like a t-shirt Like, it's not that I don't care. I know I can dusty up real well. I get it, you know. Sometimes I work out naked downstairs. My husband comes down and he's like, damn. I'm like, no, dude. Don't come in here ruining my fucking workout. I hate that shit. I tell him all the time. I'm like, you know I'm working out down here. If I get hot, it's not welcome. You come down here and destroy the workout so you get sex. That's not it. Go away. Or it'll be right before we work out. Hey, look. I'm like, no, dude. That means no workout. Fuck off. I've played this game with you for years. You're lazy. You don't want to work out. So then you're like, oh, maybe if I get laid. Maybe if I get laid. Yes, Alaska would be very similar. It's not just that, like, it's dirty here. There's no paved streets. Like, there's nothing paved. Some of the roads, you'd be like, you drive on that? We're talking potholes. Like, they're not kept up by anyone. That's why when people are like, well, we need your taxes for the snowplows and for us in the cities to live this posh life. And I'm like, I don't live that life. No one upkeeps my fucking roads. No one plows my roads. Suck a dick. Stop taking my money. If you want other people to do shit for you, by all means. I am not that person because we have to plow ourselves out. Us. That's why we have a huge tractor. Nobody's here. I get none of these wonderful benefits everyone's talking about. No one salts the fucking roads. They're so treacherous and dangerous. Do it myself. Neighbors do it too. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Plus, you know, the argument that I'm using the same line, the calendula eye cream, moisturizing eye cream. The argument that, oh, the government needs all this stuff to fix all this stuff. They don't fix shit. Our whole country's falling apart. They money launder everything. They send it to Ukraine. Like, why do people always defend these people robbing us blind and doing nothing for us? I just don't get it. It's really weird. I mean, I guess if you live in New York City and, like, your entire life is dependent on the matrix of the machine, you might, you know. Yeah, my life is very outdoors. And if I'm, like, mucking chicken coops, the last thing I want is a bunch of chicken shit on, like, some nice pants. I've given up jeans years ago. I have 2 pairs. I never put them on. It's like if I ever go ride a horse or something, maybe I'll put them on. But I'm just like, don't care anymore. It's so beautiful. I love being 40. I love this feeling. And it's not like I put makeup on. I do skincare. But the whole, like, I need to wear expensive things. None of that, like, stoicism. My husband was practicing it the whole time. I didn't know what it was. He gave up his phone, all his social media. He just stopped buying anything, you know, expensive. Like, all this stuff just really simplified his life. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I started doing it. Like, material things, necessities. Like, some would say makeup's not necessary, but I love it, and it's not god-awful expensive where I can't put it on my face, but I certainly am not going to go buy a Coach handbag. Like, where am I going to fucking carry that? I had all these gowns and beautiful things that I just sold online. I was like, what am I going to do with those? All right, BDL eye primer. Let's go. So, I don't know, my priorities have changed in life. Like, last night, I was sitting with my husband. Each of us had a cat. Dog was all curled on her bed, looking cute as hell. And we're watching Jim Carrey's The Grinch, which I just cannot stand it. I don't like it at all. I guess maybe if I was a little kid, it'd be okay, but I just don't like it. Like, that's not the Grinch. That's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, and I'm just annoyed. But because Matt spent $3 to rent it, I'm like, we're watching every fucking minute of this stupid movie. Every fucking minute. I don't like riding because horses to me are too stupid for my area. Now, if you gave me a mule, I would trust it more. But just with the wildlife and the treacherous slopes, like, I get that ranchers with their flat lands, they would love that here. But, like, in the mountainous area I live in, if we ever got a horse, it would not be a horse. It would be a mule. Because this is not horse country here where I'm at. Maybe down in the valley where there's some, like, grass and stuff. But they're just not smart enough to navigate what I need. Plus, with my husband's hunting and bushcraft, look at that. I even have dead skin. See this? Coming off my eyes. So I put that retinol serum inside my eye area. You're not supposed to, so they say. But I just mix it with eye cream and, try to look young. I try to look young. Christmas gift to me. I don't want more things I don't need. My husband and I worked really hard to get each other things we'd need. That's just nothing expensive things we need. I just gave him his present. It's this king-size Cabela's outdoors chair. His father and his father's friend are coming to visit. Our whole house is built for 2 people. 2 people at the counter, 2 people in the living room, 2, because, it's a small house. It's got 2 chairs everywhere. Well, there's going to be a hell of a lot more people, and they're going to be building a shed outside together. So I was like, okay, we have 2 rocking chairs on the porch. We realized when his mom was here over the summer how much that sucks for one of us, right? When there's only 2 chairs. So I got this big chair. Because everyone else is like, oh, you should get patio furniture and all this shit. And I looked at my husband. I'm like, if we got that, it wouldn't be for us. It would be for guests. And I don't like spending my money like that, personally. Like, if we're pinching pennies over here, why am I going to drop huge amounts of money to make a once-a-year guest more comfortable? Like, that makes no fucking sense. So, here's your outdoors king-size chair. And I just couldn't wrap it. It was too big. And I'm like, here you go. And he's like, oh, this is awesome. He's like, for, when we go out together camping, because he calls it glamping for me. I don't go as hardcore with his bushcraft as he does. But most women would never do what I do. Like, they would not poop in holes. They would not sleep where I'm sleeping. And that's okay. That's all right. But he calls it glamping to me because I want a chair to sit in. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking getting old. But now when his father's here, there's a big king-size chair because my husband's, a gentleman, will offer the 2 older guys our nice rocking chairs, but then he'll still have a chair big enough for his king-size ass because he's huge. My husband's huge. Good morning. I would, but I'm from northern Maine. My husband's going there to do a snowshoe expedition. That is where he is going. Northern Maine. All right. Which one of these should I do? Maybe I'll do idle. Maybe I will do idle. No one's going to stop me. There she goes. Yep. Yay, I'm so glad. Guys, I got 1 Christmas card from my sister-in-law. It's hanging up. It's so cute with my niece and my nephews on it. One of them is named after my husband, which is just the sweetest thing on earth. So it's so funny because this year, as we're buying presents, I bought a present for a certain friend of ours. And my husband's like, well, I have to get him something. I'm like, we're married. Well, they won't think it that way. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, so I'm also going to get my mom this because it has to be from me. And I'm like, we're married. And he's like, well, she wouldn't see that way. I'm like, 2 become 1. 1 bank account, 1 soul, 1 unit. It's from us. I'm like, I'm not playing this game with other people who don't understand that. I don't really give a shit. Like, so your friend, he can enjoy this gift that we both got him, And it does, you know, I'm like, look at all the gifts that you got that's from us. I'm not over here like, no, I have to get my individual gift. That's a them thing. If they can't think of terms of a married couple. That's not an us thing. Fuck that. He was laughing. I'm like, no. I'm like, dude. Like, if I send my mother a Christmas gift and she assumes it's just from me, it's from our coffers. That would make no sense. It's from us. Period. Because I'm not making purchases without his knowing. That's not how life goes. Know what I mean? Yay, I'm so glad. Yay, I have a few little cards right here that have to go out, which makes me happy. I love doing Christmas cards. I love it. I love putting my little Christmas stamp on it and everything. It just brings me joy, guys. Makes me happy. Let's see. I guess I can just do, there we go, this all the way around. Yeah, I might have put a little too much retinol serum in my eye cream because my eyelids are peeling, guys. Really bad. Oh, good Lord. But, I mean, many of you guys are married, so you understand. Like, the gift is from you both. It's so weird. My husband sometimes thinks like such a couple, and then other times he thinks like a single guy. And I tell him all the time, oh, when did you become a bachelor? That's really cool that you have that mindset of you. That's cool. So you're like a solo operator now? Bust his balls so bad. And I get why. His parents were divorced very, very young. He always, lived with his mother, who's a bachelorette, who was never tied down, and who has the mindset of someone that, doesn't want to compromise to tie down with someone. But that's marriage. It's nothing but compromising. That's what you have to do. If you don't want to do it, go George Clooney it up, Go be Sharon Stone or whatever. Go live your best life, and that's fine. But I can see some of the trickle down in some of his thoughts. And I'll call him out on it. I'm like, oh, bachelor thinking. Are we bachelor thinking today? When is the divorce final? That's really cool that, that's how you're thinking, buddy. Such a jerk. Like, oh, cool. I can't wait to get out there on the market. There we go. Hello, Michigan. Yeah, solo operator over here. Thinking that we have to buy gifts separately as a couple. That's great. Yeah, that is a good body moisturizer. I also like the vitamin C body butter. It's just, I love butters. They're so thick. Chris Kringle. I always said, I think it would be really cool if I could be Mrs. Claus. Straight up. If I could be anything. If a genie came here and was like, I will grant you one wish. People are like, I want to be a multimillionaire. I want this and that. I told my husband straight up, I want you to be Santa and I want to be Mrs. Claus. I want to make kids happy. I want to live in the North Pole. I want to fatten you up and go, eat, Papa, eat. I want Christmas trees everywhere all the time. I'll be in charge of the elves and decorating Christmas Town to be the most Christmassy thing you've ever seen in your life. It would be, you're new here and following me. Well, hello and welcome. Did you guys see Elon Musk reinstated Lord Voldemort on Twitter? He who shall not be named here on Facebook. He's named after Alexander the Great. And he keeps up with the Joneses. And people are so mad about it. But, here's what's really just crazy to me. As everyone thinks, oh, well, you know, it's conspiracies and all this stuff. There is a video of him 2 months before 9/11 saying, the CIA is going to utilize bin Laden. They're going to fly from Iran planes into buildings and take out buildings. And it's going to happen, people. Bin Laden, CIA operative, and blah, blah. And then what happened? It was like on tape. You can watch it. I wonder why the government hates him. It must be those conspiracy theories that aren't true. Dude, like if you can watch that video and then come to me and be like, oh, well, that was just a good guess. Really? Were we all having good guesses that bin Laden and Iran wanted to fly planes into our buildings right before it happened? Good guesses all around? We really were prepared for it, didn't we? Those were real good guesses. Yeah, Tucker Carlson released the video showing it. I didn't know it either, and I was like, holy shit. Full disclosure, I don't watch him. I don't like his delivery. It grates me. It's like Fran Drescher for some people. That's fine, you know. It's never been my favorite, but I mean, give credit where it's due. Did anyone else predict 9/11 a few seconds before it happened? Gee, that might really hurt the people in power. Wonder why they come after him like a spider monkey. I mean, and he looks so young because this was a while ago. You got to remember, this was what? 2001. So he's just like basically laying out exactly what's going to happen. Do you hear my cats fucking with my kitchen or my curtain? Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, no, because the dog came, and you know it's not for you. You know it's not for you, and I'm getting tired of the begging. So you lay down. You lay down. You get so many T words. You get so spoiled. And for you to think anytime their stuff is for you, I'm getting really tired of it. She knows better. She knows better. She's a smart dog. She knows it's not for her. She's just jealous. She's like, anything that I have, I want. I'm like, no. And then, like, she just keeps her father, if he looks at her, she's like, oh, God, I better not fuck around and find out. But if I look at her, she's like, oh, mom's a pushover. She'll let me get away with anything. It's great. So I have this spray bottle here because my cats have decided that even though they have their cones of shame on, that they will target each other's wounds while they're fighting to try to kill each other. I'm like, dude, these cats, they're going to be the death of me. They're going to be the absolute death of me. I love them, though. I love them. So, is it that you guys are just not talking at all? 319 people in here, or is it just not showing what you guys are saying? Is it just Facebook not showing it? Because, like, I've never streamed, even with 40 people in here, with the chat so dead as it's been for, like, the last week. I mean, dead chat. Where I'm like, is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. Hello? Is anybody here just watching? Okay. No, that's fine. I'm just like, is it Facebook messing up? Or is everybody just like, you know, making breakfast and not paying that much attention? Hi, buddy. Hi. You know, you're my little friend who's also annoying. But I love you. I love you. So she's right here to make sure that if the cats get any attention, she can end it. So it can just be about her. Ooh, morning coffee. I was feeling a little hungry. Let's curb that hunger. We were really bad last night. We were bad 2 days in a row. One day my husband took me out for burgers and it was magical and amazing. And this is exactly what I ate. I want you to listen. Mozzarella sticks and mac and cheese. Double bacon cheeseburger with a large fry. popcorn chicken deep fried, extra crispy with another large fry. Then I went to the bakery and I had 2 mega cinnamon rolls and then 4 chocolate cupcakes, 2 Death by Chocolate cupcakes. 2 were filled with like vanilla frosting, kind of like a Hostess cupcake. And then I had 1 cannoli in one day. And then I went to sleep. Well, I don't know if you guys knew this, but when you ingest that many calories, when you eat that many calories, you burn like a furnace. It was maybe 60 degrees in our house. I had no blankets on me. And I accidentally may have eaten the last cupcake right before bed. Like, we're talking 15 minutes. So I'm sugared out. And I'm like, and I'm like on fire, burning calories. And I'm like, oh my God. And I told Matt, I'm like, I would have thought I was having like menopausal hot flashes, except for I tallied up the calories I ate because I count my calories every day. I'm like, I'm supposed to ingest 1,400 calories a day. Do you know how many I ate that day? 1,400 to 1,800 calories a day is my caloric intake for, being healthy. I had almost 7,000 calories. And my body was like, So then yesterday we're sitting there. My sister-in-law's sending me pictures. She had a Christmas party, a cookie exchange. So it's all these cookies and then meat and cheese boards. And I look at her meat and cheese board and I tell Matt, I show him the meat and cheese board. I'm like, that wouldn't even serve just me. Like, it's so small. And she shared it with other people. Think about that. Look at the size of it. It was like this wee little platter. Like, this is why I hate going to people's Christmas parties. I don't want to talk. I don't want to mingle. And I don't want to drink. I want to eat shit. And then you put out this little fucking platter that's going to feed like a 6-year-old boy. And I have to control myself, not because I want to, but because I will eat all of it. And everyone will be like, oh, it's gone. I'm like, what? Who the fuck provides that? But that was me. And I write her, I'm like, you would really be unhappy if I was at your party because I know her. So I would just eat all her stuff. And I wouldn't feel bad. And everyone there would be like, oh, I didn't get a piece of cheese. But you snooze, you lose, motherfucker. I'm eating it. Eating it. I love to eat. I love to eat. Like, my best friend, she just lost 75 pounds. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Because all these people that are like body positivity and shit is bullshit. Because she will tell you, you will become a candidate for a stroke. You will be on heart meds just to stay alive. You'll be on insulin. Like, dude, I met her many years ago, so I knew her younger when she was, oh, you could be fat and still fit. She was keeping up with me at the gym, and that ain't easy. And yes, she was overweight, and she was killing it. But as you age, your body can't deal with it. Your body is like, fuck, dude. And that's what sucks. And that's what they're lying about. They don't tell you, hey, once you hit 40, all that body positivity, it's going to turn into all this medication. Anyway, she lost 75 pounds recently. She's going for 100. It makes me want to cry because I don't want a life without her in it. And there's been health scares. So I'm like, cheering her on, but I can't really share pictures of food with my food buddy. And I'd tell her all the time because she'd be like, oh, I try. I'm like, dude, I love food. I get it. I understand. It's a fucking addiction, man. It's so addicting. It's so good. It's so good. Like, how do you not want to eat all the time? I get it. I fucking understand. So I've been doing intermediate, I don't know what it's called, fasting without even realizing. So like last night we ate the meat and cheeses. So there's no reason for me to have breakfast today. Why would I I ate so much over my calories yesterday and the day before that I don't need to eat breakfast. In fact, I don't need to eat lunch. I can have dinner and then a snack before bed, and every day do that until I minus the calories that I intook. You know what I mean? My life completely changed after losing 140 pounds. Jennifer, that is so fucking amazing. It's amazing because your likelihood of staying on this planet longer and not in bad health or not able to get around and shit is so much higher, and that brings me joy. We have one life. One. Why would we eat ourselves out of it? I understand slightly why, because it's so good. But if we have the option to not die, if we are given the information needed to not eat our way into like needing heart meds every day and stuff like that, like, dude, I would rather live my life like that. So my lower body wants to be huge and fat. I'm like the last of the Mohicans in my family of people who are not fat, whatever. So when everyone's like, you're fat shaming, you're fat phobic, I'm like, my entire Italian family is fucking fat. Are you kidding me? My grandma, who I loved more than anything on earth, all she did was eat. She'd check her insulin or lie and say she did. Oh, I'm fine. I can have some sugar. And I'm looking at her and she's all fucked up. And I'm like, you didn't even check it, did you? You just lied to everyone so you could have a chocolate fucking fudge sundae. And now you're going to stroke out in front of us. So don't sit there and be like, oh, you're fat. Fuck you. The person I loved most on this planet, who could do no wrong in my eyes, she was super fat. She'd tell you. Her husband died young. She was about 50, and she's like, you know what? Guess I'll eat. And boy, did she. All the time. I found all her snacks in her drawers. Be yelling at her, Grandma, you can't have these Snicker bars in your drawers. Now I'm going to eat them to save your life, and make her laugh. I'm like, I'm going to eat these, save your life. She loved Snicker bars. I leave them on her grave whenever I go see it. I haven't seen her grave in 3 years. I was going to go home. I had a flight voucher from COVID, and it's about to expire. And I was going to go home to see people because it's been since 2020 since I got there. But my husband's going to get certification with his snowshoe expedition, with his main guidesman. And then I thought, things that I want and things that we need. This is like a job for him. So for some reason, during the beginning of COVID, usually they don't let you. I'm going to kill these cats. Do you hear them? Hold on. Excuse me. Hi. Hi. Hello? Get out. Stop. Stop climbing the shower curtain. Come here, buddy. You're so bad. You're so cute. Come on. Oh, you ripped up the towels. No. Why are you so fucking bad? Why? I do everything for you. And all you do is be bad. He's so bad. Look at this little cone. You're so bad. You're so cute. I love you. You're so cute. You're so bad. He was just hanging off the shower curtain like, and she was in, and they ripped my towels up and threw them all over the floor. Hey, I know you're full of piss and vinegar. I see it. I love you. Can you calm down? Nope. Nope. Get the dog. Do you hear him? I'm gonna fuck your house up, lady. You took my balls. This is revenge. Listen to him. I asked my husband 50 times Please stop leaving your chair out for the cat to use to launch all over your desk that's covered in knives. Does he listen? No. Psst. Never. Hey, husband, you're going to kill our cats? Can you not do this? Nope. Nope. Black cat Snickers because I love them. Snickers are good. Snickers are good, guys. Let's be real. Snickers are good. How are we liking my little idol eye shadow? Yeah. I'm telling you, eyeliner just really pops your eyes. You know where I notice my aging the most? Can we discuss this? It's right here. It's in my jowl. Like I look and I'm like, what is that? That's where it's happening. I see it there and here, but like it's almost like a Picasso. It just started melting and it came down here. Like I feel like I'd be like, see, it even shakes. Like what the fuck? There. I see why people go and pin their faces back, make their earlobes disappear. They're like, oh man, look at this. So if I did that, and those like ponytail lifts everyone's getting, oh shit. I will never do anything unless my hooded eyes obscure my vision. And my mom has severely hooded eyes just like me, and it hasn't obscured hers. And she's pushing 70, so I don't think that's vanity. If like you're gonna get your license taken from you because your fucking eyes are drooping so much you look like a bloodhound. It's totally different. Cause look, you're gonna get old, man. You're gonna get old. It's gonna happen. And you see these chicks and everyone's like, she looks great. And the first place I look, when I was in LA, the first place I always looked was my older friend who gets a lot of work. She was like, hands, darling. The hands will never lie. Hands. She's like, and then the neck right there. You can do everything you can to your neck, but right here will always betray you. I'm like, okay. And I'd be like, oh, she looks good. And then I'd look at her hands, and her hands were like, I'm 90 years old. And I'm like, your face doesn't match the rest of you. Like, it looks weird. Do you see that? Do you not see it? I'm like, I could never unsee it after my friend was like, hands, hands. I'm like, oh my God, she's right. There's all these fucking hands everywhere. You know what it reminded me of? Like the reverse of In Death Becomes Her, when that bitch drops that little bit of the serum on her hands. And her hands go from looking old to like super young. Like I loved my young body. Let's not lie. And my young face. I hated my attitude then. Oh my gosh. There's a huge chunk of skin coming off right there. That is so awful. I mean, look at it. Whatever. I'll just put more lotion on it. I told you guys. Burnt my fucking face into the ground. Nothing's stoppable. Like, you can treat aging. But this is how I'm looking at it. One of my best friends died when she was 40. Right before she turned 41. She'll never be 41. She'll never age. She'll never get old hands with me. I'm never going to be able to make fun of her neck. Her tits are never going to hit her knees. She's dead, right? So every day we fret about vanity, right? And we keep forgetting, like, just how precious. I mean, life is so precious. Sometimes I go morbid in my head. And it's been happening ever since she died. And I'm like, how am I going to die? I don't want to die. No one wants to die. We're all going to die. And I don't think any of us want to. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Like, I'll even, like, sit and I'll, like, pray to God and be like, okay, so I totally believe in Jesus and God and all that stuff, and yet I fear death. That unknown. I've watched so many people go into it so gracefully. My friend went into it in complete denial. I think it was the only way she could function. She'd call me and be like, yeah, I was thinking about starting, you know, college classes, like courses. And I'm like biting my arm, just weeping, not saying anything because I'm like, my friend's dying. And she's telling me her plans for the future. However, I got to know what her future would look like through it. So there's some beauty there. But not until the bitter end did she accept what was happening to her. And when she called me, I knew if I denied it or if I was like, yo, you need to get your shit in order, any of that. Like, she was cutting people out of her life that she said were bringing me down because she needed to have hope. You know what I mean? And I had to, like, tell her sister, I'm like, I know you've probably thought I was a cunt for, like, the last 6 months, filling Jenny's head full of shit. I'm like, I just know that she would have cut me out of her life if I was like, yeah, bro, you're dying, because she couldn't handle it. You know, she couldn't. So every time I'm like, oh, my neck looks older here, or this is sagging here, I'm like, my friend doesn't get that. My friend will never be able to look at me and be like, dude, look at my eye. Like, it's all gone for her. So instead of obsessing over all the bad things that are here, I just want to really enjoy every fucking day. Like, it's my last day on this earth. And, you know, my husband was like, yeah, that's so morbid. I'm like, but it isn't. The appreciation that I have been feeling lately, like this immense feeling of just gratitude for everything I have. And the realization that, you know, the material things, your nice car is not going in the grave with you. It's not happening. It's not happening. Like Gran Torino, the whole family will sit there and wonder what they're getting out of your will. Like, I just told my ma, I don't think I'm on her will. It really doesn't matter to me. But I'm like, can I just have the gifts that I gave you and Grandma, like the religious icons and stuff from my travels around the world? Because they're so meaningful for me. Because I remember picking them up and thinking about my mom and my grandma. And I was like, man, I'm going to get this for them. So even though technically I'm the one that bought them, right? I don't need anything from her. I just want that memory of being like, I'm going to take this home to my ma and my grandma. I was like, that's all I want, Ma. If anything ever happens to you, that's the only thing I want are the gifts that I bought you guys. Just religious icons and little tchotchkes from other countries. Pat, thank you. Thank you so much for the stars. Cheers with my coffee. So yeah, aging sucks, but the alternative is far worse. It really is. It's far worse. Hi, hello. Would you like to make an appearance on the internet? My little baby. So they both got spayed and neutered. Hi, Newt. Oh, it feels good when Mom itches around my collar. Hi, baby. So her surgery was way more invasive, right? Because ovaries. And he lost his balls. And he acted like he was dead for like 4 days. My balls. Like, he couldn't move. I'm like, this poor little dude. He's like, hi, baby. He's like, my balls are gone. And this little bitch has been a little firecracker. Are you falling asleep here? Has been a little firecracker the whole time. It doesn't even faze her. Can I see your incision? Oh, little baby. They cut my little baby. They took her reproductive organs. They took them. Do you want to lay here? Because you can. Yeah? My little demigorgon. That's what I call them with their little flower hats. Okay, okay. Say bye to the people. Show them how beautiful you are. She's so pretty. Look at her little face. I love you so much. Okay, here we go. I have to be so careful. When I pick him up, I'm like, remember his balls. And when I pick her up, I'm like, remember her incision. But she's not even phased. Like most women. She's like, what's next? What are we doing? And he's like, my balls. My balls. I mean, he just milked it. Hi, honey. Can you lay down with the kitty? Oh, Poppy and the kitty. Are you guys friends? Mom might have to show you. Hold on. Are you two friends? Puppy? Kitty, 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 kitty. Friends? Say hi, we're friends. I love my tree. Can I just say that I love my tree? Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. I had to show you they're very cute. Puppy hates Kitty, by the way. Hates that cat. Cannot stand that cat. When the cats went to get spayed and neutered, like Luna was like, yes, I hope they're gone forever. Forever. Okay, so it is 7:07. I'm going to slap a little mascara on, and then I'm going to put a primer on, and then I'm going to call it a day. This is our Love at First Lash microfiber mascara, which I desperately need. All my eyelashes have fallen out. So it's really dry. And when we run the wood stove and the heater, my eyes get itchy at night, and I'm asleep. And I rub and I rub and I rub because it feels so, so good. And then I wake up and all over my pillow are eyelashes that I have fucking ripped out. Now, it's not like 50 eyelashes, but they add up. So as time goes on, and every day I wake up and there's like, 6 new eyelashes on my pillow because I've been rubbing my eyes all night. Then all of a sudden you get these sparse eyelashes. So that's why I need this microfiber mascara to kind of build it up. I love this tree. This tree has the sentimental ornaments on it. Now, Matt's mom gave us ornaments he made for her, 2 of them. One of them's front and center because it actually matches my tree. But I'm very picky about my trees. The other one is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And he's like, will you put this in the back? And I just looked at him. I'm like, this thing was so ugly. Even though you made it for your mom, she didn't want it. You made it for your mom and she gave it back to you. That's how fucking ugly this is. It looks like a turd. It's brown and gross. It's like, tell an autistic kid to make an ornament, and this is what happened. And she's like, I don't want this shit. You want it? And I even told him, she regifted you the gift you gave her in 3rd grade and thought that it was sweet. I'm like, that bitch just didn't want it on her tree, this hideous fucking thing. I'm like, the fact that it's even on this tree, you should be thanking me. So I have it on the side, facing his side of the room in the back. And it's on the side. I'm like, does that look like a featured ornament? Like one that I'd be like, oh, I can't wait. I want everyone to look at this ugly fucking thing. I have his 6th grade one that's a little apple that says Matthew right there. It doesn't look like shit. Put that one on my tree. I'm like, your mom gave that shit to us because it's ugly. She was like, here, dude, I don't want this shit. I'm like, I don't want this shit either. Bring me that shit. It's so funny. So, my brother-in-law lives by my mother-in-law. When she flies out here, she'll bring all this old stuff of Matthew's, thinking he cares about it. But, like, Matt does not, very few things, like, he's not a sentimental guy. There you go. He doesn't hold on to tchotchkes and stuff from the past. I always find that's more of a feminine thing. So she'll think, oh, hey, he'll really, like, care about this stuff, and he, like, barely looks at it. And then she leaves me with it, and I'm like, I guess I'm throwing this away. So then I talk to my sister-in-law, and she's like, oh, we throw it all away. Okay, I was like, oh, great, a kidney stone from Matt's when he was 17. really like having that here. Why did you bring this? It makes me laugh, though. Okay, my favorite story. First off, I really get along with my mother-in-law. It's kind of like, thank you, Jesus, because I know a lot of you don't, and I'm sorry. So full disclosure, I am sorry if you guys do not get along with your in-laws. Like, I am best friends with my sister-in-law. I think my brother-in-law is great, and I'm really close to my mother-in-law, and she's so nice. So there's that. But she brings junk from her house that used to be Matthew's. And he's a hoarder already. So I'm just sitting here like, you couldn't throw that away? You packed that into a bag to give to this hoarder that won't part with anything. We have a whole storage unit that we have to pay money for because he can't part. And then you just bring more garbage. Dude, every time he's not looking, I'm like, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm just throwing shit out because I'm like, this is nuts. Stop bringing it. But the best thing was I sent her as a gag gift this huge fuzzy blanket with my husband's face all over it. Like, it's so bad. It's like a joke. And it's all blue steel. It's like a modeling shot. It's just like, you know, embarrassing but funny. Like a blanket only a mother would love. She packed this blanket and she flew it out here. And she brings it out of her bag, this narcissistic, huge, massive blanket with my husband's face all over it, thinking he'd be like, oh, I'm so amazing. Oh, I want that blanket. Look at me. I'm like, why would you bring this? You paid money on your luggage to bring that here. A gag gift. Well, I just wanted him to know how used it was and loved. And we laughed. We're like, you have lost your mind. She thought maybe he would just sit there with it, and we just made fun of her. We're like, why? Why would he want to look at himself? And then he will make her laugh until she almost pees. Because he just goes, Mom, like, when did this thought process start where you're like, this is a great idea. I'm going to pack a massive blanket with my son's narcissistic face all over it. I'm going to fly it out, and in her head, she thinks he's going to be like, oh my God, Mom, I love me as much as you love me. Oh, this blanket's amazing. Like, we're like, why is this here? It's like one of my favorite mother-in-law stories because it was so weird. I saw the moon come out the other day. It was in the middle of the day. Oh. Okay. I saw a little sliver all over the sky. I always think it's cool when you can see the moon in the daytime. It makes me happy. So, yep. I love my mother-in-law. But sometimes she does really weird shit, like bring a blanket with my husband's face all over it in her bag because she thinks, like, we want that here in the living room where there's already no room because Matt's a hoarder. I'm like, no. Oh, and then here's probably my favorite thing. So my husband, instead of hanging his towel, will hang it on the shower. So that everyone else is like, oh, Master Matthew, this is his house. We have to deal with your wet towel to take a shower. There's only one shower in this house. And I'm like, what is this, your shower? So you just take it over with all your crap? And then I have to move it? Like, what are you fucking doing? Like, it's not a towel rack. Other people have to bathe. And the first time my mother-in-law comes out, she did the same damn thing. And I'm like, that's where you got this from. I'm like, what, do you both think this is just your shower? Why do I have to? Oh, we all want you to touch the wet towel where our naked body parts smeared all over. Now it's your job to touch where our buttholes were. Like, what? Am I Cinderella? Get your fucking butthole towel that you wiped your butthole with off of my shower. Like, that's your job to take your butthole penis vagina towel and hang up where I don't have to touch it. But they like take a shower and they both do it. It's like, that's where you got it from. I'm like, this is not your shower. We have one shower. And every time I go in there, I'm like touching your guys' gross butthole drying towels. Just, that's the real kicker for me. Because that's what a point of contention with him and I. So then when she started doing it, I'm like, what? I just have to touch everyone's wet private part towel to take a shower? Like, I would never quarantine off the shower with my wet, dirty things. But that's like their family thing. It's so funny. It's funny. So if you're one of those people that do that, don't do that. If there's other people, have consideration for the other people in your house. No one wants to touch the towel that you like cleaned your ball sack off on or patted dry your vagina and it's still wet. You fucking freak. No one wants to touch it. It doesn't matter how much we love you. Who in here hangs their towel in the shower knowing there's other people in the house? Who fucking does it? I know you're here. If I've had two stay in this house with me, which one of you do it? Go ahead. Go ahead and admit it. Admit it. I want to see who's like, I just figured everyone in the family should touch where my fucking clean labia was. Go on. Anybody? I'm waiting. Y'all are still talking about the moon. I'm waiting for, like, who dried the moon and hung their wet towel for other people to have to fucking deal with. Who? And then my husband's like, well, it's just you. I'm like, had it ever occurred to you that maybe today I don't want to touch your wet butthole? Like, the likelihood of me touching the towel in a no-no zone that was like wiped and stuff, like, why is that my job? Isn't it your job? Who wipes your privates with a towel you can fan dry? I do. That's my fucking towel. No one else is touching my towel. I don't burden society with my wet labia towel, so I fucking dry my butthole, my butt crack. I dry it all, baby, because the only person touching my towel is me. And I put it in a spot where there's no reason for anyone else to ever think they're welcome to touching it. I even hang my little hair do-rag. I just hang it off the towel like, this is used, bitch. Why would I... Oh, I have to air dry my vagina in my own house with my own towel right here? This is my towel. 99% of people are totally not air drying in their own house with their own towels. Why would you? Like, that is what a towel is for. And, you know, if you're not a woman, you don't even understand. What am I going to wait for a petri dish to start growing down there? Bacterial vaginosis? Like, we got to take care of our shit. You don't want to leave it a swamp. And like, okay, so I'm supposed to air dry? Am I bending over with my legs spread? Oh, I just got to air dry my vagina. Just laying on the floor with my legs spread wide. Because just shutting them isn't going to air dry it. That's going to bake bacteria. Bacterial vaginosis will be born because, like, there's a hole that goes into my body. Like, there's a complicated system down there for women. Like, men just have a closed butthole. My husband and, okay, I drape my kid's towel over the shower. My husband and I hang ours on opposite hooks. The kid towel, just so we know whose towel is whose. She's only 7, so it isn't as gross as a grown-up. I would have to agree, because, I mean, I even remember as a kid, it wasn't until you started looking at puberty that you started to just get stinky and gross. You know, so kids are far less stinky and gross. But adult wet towels in the shower is gross. It's gross. It's gross. And my husband, I'm going to assume his brother does it too. I'm going to assume, because if his mom does it, why wouldn't his brother? Why not? Who's stopping him? Oh my gosh. But I do agree that at 7 years old, it is not as gross. I'm loving my eyes today. And it looks like I have eyelashes, even though I don't. I have to get my primer, little dog. It's okay. You stay. You stay. You're fine. I got a primer. I air dry. See, spread your legs. Because of the folds. You would have to spread your legs and just reveal your vagina to the world to truly air dry it for real. We all know as women, right? There's 2 folds of skin, and here's the labia and all that crap, and it's all smushed if you're just standing there. Like, you would have to sit on the couch and be like, hey guys, just totally inappropriately just vag out. And I mean, I have a schedule. I don't have the luxury of like, oh, for the next 5 minutes, I will properly air dry my vagina. I mean, good for you if you have that time, but I hit the ground running. I got shit I got to do. I got a clean towel. I'm touching it. I'm touching it to my vagina, and I'm going to be fine because I clean the towel. I clean the towel. Now, with my husband with the towel up, I get mad at him because I'm like, dude, this isn't just your shower. Like, other people have to open the shower and then touch your towel. What the fuck? But when I went in there and I started yelling at him, he's like, that's mom's towel. And I was like, ew, 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 I touched naked mother-in-law towel. Because I thought it was my husband, so I went to scold him, and he's like, babe, that wasn't mine. I'm like, why? Why? Why would you put your towel here? This is like 2 or 3 years ago. But it was funny, because I went to yell at him. So I went to a massage therapist, and halfway through the massage, she started coughing, and it was juicy. And she was like, well, I'm over the sickness. This is just lingering. And I'm like, oh my God, it's right before Christmas. I don't believe it. I don't believe what's being told to me. I can't believe it. I don't. And did you notice me just cough? And it's quite phlegmy. And yesterday I was feeling a little down, and I'm like, were you over it? Were you? I'm thinking no. I hadn't gotten a massage in like 4 years. I go in there and it's like, I was like, uh-oh. Vitamin C moisturizing primer. Let's prime up that face. Let's get it all moisturized since it's all peeling. I love this stuff. You can wear this alone or under makeup. I love to wear it alone because it just gives you such a nice little glow, and it's super moisturizing. So if you have flaky skin everywhere like me, because all you do is fry it with alpha hydroxys and retinol serums, you put this on. And are you guys talking about you? Okay, so the government's talking about UFOs. I don't believe them. Anything the government says, I don't believe them. They're like, white supremacy is the worst thing in the United States. I don't believe you. We didn't kill JFK. I don't believe you. Inflation isn't even bad. I don't believe you. The economy is booming. I don't believe you. We don't sex traffic children. I don't believe you. Like, I just don't believe you. Anything you say, there's no credibility on either side in the White House. Like, McCarthy went in there. He's like, I'm going to do everything Democrats want me to do because we're a uniparty. And what's funny is Democrats are like, we love Republicans that do everything Democrats want them to. Of course you do. But can you just admit that that's the only reason you like those Republicans? Like, come on. I hate them all. They all lie. They're all pieces of shit. They're just fucking worthless. They're awful. They're just terrible people. And then everyone's like, well, Alex Jones should be silenced. I'm like, why isn't all of the United States Congress and Senate silenced? Why isn't Joe Biden silenced? Why wasn't Bush and Cheney silenced? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Barack Obama bombed a bunch of children. He even killed American citizens. Innocent ones. And everyone's like, oh, that's a good idea. Give him a voice. I'm like, he's a terrible, really good narcissist. Oh, boy, did I buy everything he was selling. Hook, line, and sinker. I was in it, as most narcissists do. But if he's allowed to have a voice after murdering all those people, he got a Nobel Peace Prize for it, too. You murdered so good. Here's a Nobel Peace Prize. That's what I'm like. Anything these people say, I don't believe them. Everyone's like, I like Vivek. I'm like, yeah, so do I, so I don't believe him. Sorry. I just don't believe these people. It's really bad. I wear that primer alone all the time. I love it. Me too. Look at that ooey dooey sparkle. I love it. Maybe a little bit of this clear eyebrow gel. Just calm my eyebrows. That's how you go through life. Just don't believe people. Benefit of the doubt should be earned. Has your government earned your benefit of the doubt? Like, okay, I asked my husband, I was like, if the United States military was like, fuck it, we need to recruit people. Let's just be honest about what we're doing. And they were like, hey, everyone, we're making super soldiers like China. So we'll inject you with shit like Captain America. And he looks at me and I was like, would you do that? And he's like, in the 1950s when we trusted our government? Yeah. He's like, no? Hell no. I was like, didn't think so. He's like, Captain America's time? He's like, you wanted to believe that these were the good guys. But that's why they're trying to take out Twitter, because Twitter breaks all the narratives. They try to like have these narratives. Like this bitch goes and tries to light Martin Luther King's house on fire. If it was a white person, they'd be like, white supremacist, evil white, the bad whitey. The white person did this. They're very white with the white skin. And it was a black person trying to burn down his house. And the woodwork was exquisite on that porch. The first thing I thought was the architecture. Like, that's where my brain went. I was like, oh my God, I love history. So it being a historical birthplace is very cool, but on top of it, it actually was very pretty. I was like, no, bitch, don't destroy the last vestiges of when America was great and people had talent and actually put hard work and effort into things. Don't do it. But yeah. Hi. Hey, buddy. Dog does not want you loving. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Say I lost my balls, guys. Did you lose them? Oh, you want a little itchy? Look at him. He's my baby. Oh, so spoiled every second of your life. Like, you're just hypnotized. I can't itch there, but mom can itch there. Can I fix this? Is that better? Oh, yes. Oh, buddy. Look at his little face. I love you, buddy. I love you. Do you know it? If you want to lay here, you can lay here. I'll put you down if you want to be put down. He's so good, and I love him so much. I can't with these cats. I told Matt last night, I'm like, I'm a fucking cat lady, dude. I am a cat lady. Come here. I like dog, but dog is very needy. Dog is a toddler. She is a needy neederson. And she needs her dad, not me. These cats are indifferent little assholes. They need me when they want something. If I died, they'd eat my face off. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. He's like, just, I want to luxuriate here in the middle of your live stream. Look at him. You're so cute, and I love you so much. They get whatever they want. Just spoiled. And Matt's like, what about dog? I'm like, I love dog, but dog loves you. We call them cats and dog. He calls me wife. I call him husband. It's a thing that we do. It's a term of endearment. I'll be like, husband? And he's like, wife? I'll be like, dog? And she'll come running. And I'm like, cats? And they're like, cats? Husband, dog? Again, I'm wearing Idol on my eyes. Putting away all my little stuff. All my little things. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and all my crazy cats and my dog. Are you guys my baby? Look, he's such a love bug when he wants to. He's an independent contractor. This cat digs just being on his own. So I don't fuck with him. But when he comes to me, and he does this thing where he's like, I need you to do things for me now. I'm like, okay. Anything you want, buddy. I love you. I love you. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Tennessee and Kentucky had lots of tornadoes this weekend. I used to live in Tornado Alley. It's serious. Do you guys like my glasses? Because I love these glasses. They're serious cat frames. And I dig them. Because I'm a cat lady. And if my husband dies, I'm going to get 80 cats. Long history of government making their own UFOs. Oh, I believe our government probably found aliens, then fucking experimented on them alive. Because they're those kind of people. They might still have one in containment that they torture. And one day it'll come out and get its revenge. What was that? Was it not 8mm? What was that fucking alien movie? Was it 8mm? What, the train with the alien on it? That they tortured and shit? And he was just trying to build a spaceship to go home? What was that fucking movie? Matt loves that movie. I believe our government has done some of the most terrible fucking things imaginable. It's the biggest government ever in the history of humanity. Time and time again, it's been caught lying and manipulating and doing terrible things. And for some reason, half of society is so brainwashed with, MK Ultra or whatever, that they just believe everything they tell them. They're like, yeah, well, they got better. I'm like, when? When did they get better from lying and manipulating? Was it after they killed JFK? Was that when it got better? And they were like, let's stop lying and manipulating. Oh, okay, it was then. Okay, cool. That must have been when. You're a conspiracy theorist. Sure. The government won't release all the records on JFK's death. How long has it been? Oh, well, it's because they hold us and they make us safe. That if you knew the truth, you wouldn't be safe from knowing how evil they are. Like, I can't with this world. But it's kind of fun, isn't it? We get to hang out, make fun of everything, chemtrails and Lord Voldemort coming back onto Twitter, and bitches who wipe their vagina on towels and hang it in your bathroom, or dudes on the shower curtain for you to touch, still moist, still wet with the very water that was dripping off of their labia, and then you have to touch it. These are important things that we have to discuss. And my little safe world that I've made here on Old People Facebook, because I can't start a new platform anywhere else. All y'all are never going to leave. Y'all are as old as I am. We're like, we don't like new things. I get it. I understand. Oh, do you see this? So one day, I'm in the kitchen, and I slice open my hand, and I didn't know it. Like, it hurt, but I didn't know it was sliced open. And there was blood all over the kitchen floor, all over the counters. And I'm like, oh my God, like, where am I bleeding? I just see blood on my arms. I'm like, oh my God. It was this little tiny guy, which is funny. I mean, it's pretty deep. It's been like a week and it's still there, but there's blood everywhere. So then 2 days later, was it yesterday or the day before, I noticed there's blood. There's blood again. And I'm like, where is this blood from? Little Newt on her stupid little Demigorgon collar like this. The collar all right here had blood in it. And I'm like, oh my God, my baby. So I'm thinking they fought when I was out scooping the chicken poop and stuff and had ripped each other's. I got you, buddy. If you want down, I'll pick you up. Let's say goodbye to our friends. Oh, he's so cute and I love him. There's your dog. Go bother the dog. He loves the dog and the dog hates him. He's just like, love me. Oh, he laid down with the dog. Oh, the babies. They're so cute. Anyway, so I'm freaking out trying to find the blood, and I'm checking her incision, which is totally fine. And then I'm flipping him over and looking at his balls. Because I'm like, was she like licking them for him? Oh my God. Because, you know, he had his balls removed. His balls are fine. Then I'm like looking at him, I'm like, where's this blood from? And I tell Matt, I'm a little panicky. He's very stoic. He can keep his shit in. I get panicky when I think something's hurt. And we hold her down to check her body, and I go, her mouth. And he looks at me and he pulls up her thing. She was teething, and her baby fang had fallen out, and the new fang, which was kind of squiggly and small, was coming in, and her tooth had fallen out. And that's where the blood came from. Like, I totally forgot about cats teething. It's been 18 years since I had all my little babies, and that's right. Like, if they're playing with something, like their stupid catnip toys and wigging out with each other, they could pop a tooth and blood will be everywhere. And I'm like, that makes me feel so much better that it was just that. I was like, she's like her mother. She just bleeds everywhere. Hi, babies. It is like a party. I want you guys to understand this party. Party? Hey, buddy. Hey, you might not want to touch that. He knows. Look at him. He's always testing it because he knows it'll beep before it goes off. But he'll stretch and touch, and then it starts to beep, and he looks right at me like, oh, I guess I shouldn't touch that. And then baby. And then we got little baby in there. So I left this cat tower up. Their mega cat tower is laying on the floor over there because it's too big for them to jump with their little incisions. And every day they look at me like, excuse me, when am I going to get my fucking 8-foot cat tower up? And I'm like, not today, guys. Like, the last thing I need is them going to the top of that thing and be like, bah, 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 and like splitting open their stitches. I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. So, yes. Hey, that's right, Renee. That my mother-in-law would always say, be kind to someone today. That was her big thing on my husband's stream. She would go in there and she'd be like, be nice to someone today. Like, go out of your way to be kind and awesome to someone because you never know whose day you're making. So Pat Brookbank, Rosemary Abrams, Angie Macery, and Linda Weisekel. Thank you guys for your kindness today, sending me stars. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, all of you who shop with me. And I want to share with you guys, my husband is live right now, and I'm going to his stream. So if you would like to join me in heckling him, that's what I do. But he knows I love him. But he's live. I'm looking at him, and he has 400 people watching him right now, I think. He started right when I did. So go tell him I sent you. And his voice, it sounds like fucking liquid gold. But let's go raid him. Can we do that? Can we raid my husband? And you guys tell him Adri sent me. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can start a free account on Twitch. Link your Prime and sub to him for free. And we get paid. We get paid. So it's all free. So you could like give us a free sub every month for free. And it would help us. And we would appreciate it. But I'm going to go hang out with him. And be grateful to be alive, guys. Because being alive is amazing. And I'm grateful for you guys coming. And I don't need thousands of people watching me. I used to have that before Mark Zuckerberg put the shadow ban on my page. But, I mean, half of them were from the Middle East asking for me to lift up my shirt. Like, is that quality? This is quality. Y'all know I'm on and you come. This is way better than a bunch of guys like, oh, you're old, but you're still hot. It's like, dude, I really don't need this in my life. Like, I'm too old for this. But I'll see you guys in my husband's stream, and I'll be on again this Friday. Bye, guys. Oh, good morning, Jody. And fuck off. You're late. Go to my husband's stream.